Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Dicey Dungeons. My name is Jack, aka Bunny with Guns. Real quick, a lot of people who watch these videos, according to analytics, are not subscribed. Hey, if you like this video, maybe go ahead and subscribe. Do me a solid. You know, that means I owe you one. I'm not sure what exactly you'll end up cashing that in on, but, you know, could end up being worth it. No CPU counter, create any desk. Sorry, I just built the desk, so my brain is wanting me. This is the first video I've recorded on a new desk, and it is game changing. But yeah, create any dice you like. 50% chance that the equipment will randomly disappear each time. This seems interesting. Seems potentially challenging. So this is it's saying that statistically every other piece of technology or I use here is going to not work. So I'm just gonna. No DDL. I'm going to move the, not that. I'm going to move the video capture. And we'll put it up here. I don't normally flee, so that shouldn't be a problem. Just know that there is that option in the top left corner. Sorry, I realized the camera was blocking my own little dude. Not 100% integral, but okay. Well, you go 5 here. That's tough. Well, so I guess you'll do this. So, okay. Alright, this will be interesting. I'm bummed that it kind of just... I thought it was going to be more like the curse effect, so like what I was expecting was if I picked up a 5 and I put it in, like whichever one I put it in would have a chance to dissipate, but instead it just decides. As so. It doesn't seem to be too much I can do about that. Yeah, okay. This is a drawn out fight. There's nothing I feel like here I'm not messing up per se. I'm getting unlucky. Sweet. Please don't bust. Coward. Absolute coward. That doesn't seem useful right now. You guys like my antifreeze? Antifreeze? I think it's antifreeze, but it's anti is the word. It's really just water with flavoring. Didn't matter which one. It's like blue lemonade, kind of. Not my favorite flavor, but it's what we had, so I'll deal with it. Okay. This actually could end up being tough, just because I don't really have control over. I have control over very little. It's not like if I pick a higher value, it's more likely to bust. I don't think it's literally just straight 50-50. So basically, the outcome of this game has been decided before I even went for it. Maybe I should have. Yeah. Oh no, I don't. Let's do 2 more rolls here, and then. Oh, you son of a gun. Okay, that went fine. We'll kill him on the next turn, hopefully. Yeah. Well, no, it's not guaranteed. It's pretty likely though. Because as long as that didn't. Cool. Nice. I'm interested with that item. It takes a lot of luck because it takes a ton of die, or a ton of dice. No reason to put that singular. Okay. I like this because it locks the die whenever you use it. So I could use that to pick a 1 and then turn that into a... Yeah, I think that's an interesting kind of thing for this specific challenge. It allows me to continue getting high value die. So here, 5. That is 5 guaranteed damage is pretty much what I'm going for here. 6. That's didn't work, so then 1, we can flip it, get another 6 for some more damage. 4, just toss that in there. One thing I've noticed for sure is that you always want to put the die in the item before you click again. Seems like a risky thing to double dip. Okay, 5. That sucks. We'll throw that in there. 6, 1, and then 3. Ooh, that ended up looking pretty well. And then, yeah, no, that's fine. I'm okay with that. This is definitely interesting. Oof. She's tough. Or poison. Well, we definitely got a killer here. I'm gonna use this just so I know exactly what I'm working with. Here. Okay, well, I basically like had to do that just to kill her. Either way, I mean, I guess I could have risked it by taking more die and gotten the one that wasn't on fire, but this is a tough fight, actually. I mean, more than anything, it's just like you don't really have a whole lot of control. Okay, that's out of the way. It's a bit of a bummer. Not the worst thing, though. We're getting pretty lucky here. We're not going to be able to use it this turn, but okay, yeah, I'm totally okay with that. We were able to get a lot of value in after that. I would like this item. This is going to be tough. I think we might, this run could be out of the question here. I'm going to go for it. I think we got to kill him this turn, please. Well, no, we can't kill him this turn. We cannot. So I think we lose. Here, I wanted to risk it just to see if I didn't have to take the damage. It ended up being worth it. Yeah, I mean, if we survive, we survive. But, okay. Here you can go 2 more rolls. A 2 becomes a 4. So for 4, no, it turns into a 5. And then that. Okay, this is terrifying. We're living on the edge here. Okay, that was basically a crucial level up. Yeah. Buster Sword. But, dude, Buster Sword. I mean, that is the robot item. So just guaranteed 6 damage each turn. Like, guaranteed damage each turn. It doesn't have to be 6 necessarily. 5. It's tough. Let's go 6. It's immune. Okay, so it tanked it for me. Let's just throw this in there. Flip that. 3. 4. It's immune. And then here, if we get the 2, we can just throw it in there. Okay, that was a decent turn. I'm very for that. We're getting there. We're getting something going on, so we'll just have to see how it goes. Yeah, so like I said, this is the first video I'm recording with the new desk. Yesterday was can't deny it, was a rough recording day for me. Just absolutely brutal, pretty much from front to back. Ready to get lucky here. Oh, we didn't. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I just had like a ton of technical difficulties today. This is the first recording, so if you're seeing this, then nothing bad happened. If you're not, then you'll never know that I encountered another annoying circumstance in my life. Definitely should put that in there. Okay. Yeah, no problems. The desk is really cool. It's a lot thinner. Like, my old desk took up like 90% of my room, which it makes sense because I have just a ton of electronics. I have like 3 monitors. And then every console you can imagine. The heck does this mean? I put in a 4 and it gives me 2 4s? This is a tough decision. I'm going this. It's the random status effect is too cool for me. I just love randomness. Okay, so we have the level. We'll go for the level 2 first. Sneezy, he can do some damage. I don't think it's very likely he'll take us out, but this is gonna. That was risky because this has to not get picked 4 turns, which is relatively unlikely, especially as we use dice. So that was 6. Flip this. I'm gonna risk it. It was worth it. I thought it was dope. It was a different item I was thinking of. We'll see if we can get the repeat. So, that wasn't perfect play, but we did a ton of damage to him, so. Yeah. We'll see. I think I'm in the business of upgrading that, because I think once you upgrade this, it doesn't have the roll any 4 dice kind of limitation. 5 first. This, 6. That was a pretty easy fight. Now, like, most of the previous fights we were kind of living on the edge each time, so I think we're in a way safer spot right now. What do we got here? I don't really have any money, I don't think. Keyblade, nah. Plus 2 damage. That's pretty good. I think just having short circuit is good, you know. Not every time we're gonna roll those dice. I think it's just some good damage to have there. Might be look, upgraded Buster Sword sounds really cool too. Just a guaranteed like minimum 3 damage every single turn with the pretty high ceiling is dope. Straight up 6 damage, no complaints. I think now that we have some like actual items that we can manipulate, we might be in the business of getting rid of Plasma Cannon and Pea Shooter. Honestly, now that I think about it, I'd probably get rid of Pea Shooter first. I totally even forgot that item was there, which is not necessarily a good sign. Let's see, this, Buster Sword. Okay. Well, I think we're getting pretty lucky, or maybe exactly 50-50, now that I think about it, in terms of like the actual stuff getting iced. That's a bummer. Not the worst thing though. 5 here. 3. Whatever we get with Buster Sword. Cool. Yeah, I think we're. Yeah, now that I think about it. 5 damage for the 1 shot. Dude. I would love both of these. That is interesting because it doesn't make Spatula useless, but it kind of diminishes one of the biggest thing. But even, I mean, I guess kind of if we get rid of Plasma Cannon, then Spatula, it's interesting. I think first Pea Shooter's the one to go. Haven't really been using that too much to our advantage. It's not a terrible item, especially because you get to reuse it, but when you have 6 dice as that limitation, it doesn't really matter. Nice. You always love to see Buster Sword taking the hit for one of the homies. I'll put this in here. 5, unfortunately, got. Let's 2 more rolls of this one. And then we can hit 10 damage. I'm not going to get to use Buster Sword, but 10 damage is pretty good. I have regular water, too. I like the balance of sugar and not sugar. Okay. Here, you go 1, because this item's dope. You go 5, because this item's dope. You go 6, because no matter what it lands on, this guy's dead. Alright. Actually, like, this run hasn't even reached its full potential in terms of, like, items and stuff that I think that could potentially synergize, and I'm already feeling it. You know, these champion enemies, the super boys, always make me sweat a little bit, but so far the shock has survived every time, and that is just a dynamite thing. Okay, and then 2, 3, 4. I think I'm more interested, since he's a tougher enemy, I think I'm more interested in straight damage. Nice. 2 shock too, that's awesome. Okay. He should be dead this turn. Well, this first one's gonna be a 1, so, and I go straight for the 1 anyways, so. Let's go 5, and then here. I didn't want to have to take that damage if I didn't have to. I think I'm playing smarter than I ever have before as well, so, yeah. So I spent last night like building the desk, and then after that we finally got around to recording the podcast. Lock 1 die. Huh. No, I can't. Oh, no. Just because I already like the avenue we have for 1s, and we barring like some very intentional finessing, we only get 1 a turn. So kind of, this almost feels like a witch run where you want to have something specifically for each individual value. for it to really pop off. Oh, that hurts. We can flip it into a 6 for 6 damage. Here. That was alright. No complaints. Yeah, but then after I set up the desk, finally we got around to recording the podcast at around like midnight last night, and because it was tax day, we decided to do it talking about taxing movies, some of our most taxing movie experiences, which is a fun topic because a lot of the movies that I tend to watch, I mean, a lot of the movies that Adam and I tend to watch together at least are pretty bad. I don't know, we just have a rule basically where no good movies allowed a lot of the time. And yeah, so one of the ones that came to mind off the rip was The Circle, the 2017 movie. And I think that one it has this like effect where it's more reviled just because of the potential. Like, for me personally, if you have an interesting, I talk about this on the podcast, if you have an interesting sci-fi concept going into the movie, then there's a good chance I'm gonna like write it home. Of course, I got so baited. These things always get me. Well, I even clicked the further apple. Yeah. So I shouldn't have done that. Okay. That was a mistake. I literally accidentally clicked the wrong button. It's like you got a great cast with Emma Watson, Tom Hanks, John Boyega. I mean, that's a nasty one. He's probably not like the the fan favorite out of that group, just because he hasn't had like many opportunities to really show like how good of an actor he is. Just hope he doesn't roll high. Now I'm wishing I got that. Oh, you poor soul. Ooh, this is extremely tough for him. That was just a brutal one. Yeah, but like Patton Oswalt, Bill Paxton, I mean, it's insane. And yeah, if you have a good sci-fi concept, I'm pretty much in like a lot of circumstances where I'll at least watch it if you're asking me an interesting question. It's like the Passengers effect, where that movie, I don't think it landed entirely. I think it has like a lot of flaws for sure, but I think the questions that they were asking were so interesting that like I'm there for the ride 100%. And I think I might even like that movie more than a lot of people do, but it has a lot of troubling implications. That's why I watch a lot of movies like so you have The Circle and then Circle, which is the movie that we watched on Netflix. That's about the alien almost murdered game show weird situation. I don't know, you just give me an interesting concept. We're already halfway there, basically. And here's 6. Yeah, I was being pretty risky there. This is a 5. Oh man. Yeah, so we talked about movies that were painful, and I think probably looking back on it, and I just, the only reason it was not technically on my list was because I didn't even know I got cursed, was physically incapable of finishing it. Was the Adam Sandler movie, The Ridiculous Six. Like, there were some downright disgusting scenes that literally like made me stop. I'm like, I don't even understand how he has some movies that I like Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, like a lot of like his older stuff. Obviously, Uncut Gems is one of the best movies that was released last year, which just makes it all the more painful that like he released this garbage, like it's so bad and extremely offensive. Oh, dude. Yeah. Just that's the definition of a taxing movie. Just thinking about it, I'm like, dude, please, I can't do it anymore. Oh, dude. Now that is my kind of item. I know I talked about upgraded Buster Sword, but dude, upgraded System Shock. It's another thing where you got to roll multiple times for it to end up working, but if it does, doesn't this guy have immunity to electricity or something? No, what is it? I was thinking Pokemon ground type. So, 1, 2, incredible. 10 damage, 2 shots. Absolutely no complaints here. That item got iced. And then a flip 3 is a 4, right? So the highest we're gonna get here is this. I mean, we could have used our 2 more rolls to maybe get a 6, but it's just 1 more damage, so I'm not that worried about it. I don't know. It was an interesting concept. We thought about doing taxing in terms of like hard, like good movies, but are hard to watch because of like the intensity and like the context with the situations, that kind of stuff. But we ended up leaning towards something that is more in our wheelhouse, which are just bad movies. But yeah, movies can really, I love them. I love them a lot. I watch more movies than the average person for sure, but they can just be absolutely brutal. If you pick the wrong one, man, like, literally, just all that stuff. Just thinking about a lot of those Adam Sandler movies make me like feel bad about myself. It's insane that man made all those films and is still like, I don't know if I would say he's respected. I don't think he's. There are still people who definitely like him, and although it has a 0%, I think critically on Rotten Tomatoes, I'm sure there are people who enjoyed Ridiculous 6 because those movies wouldn't be getting made. I mean, I think it had a decent release on Netflix when it first came out. But yeah, those movies, they wouldn't still be getting made if he wasn't selling those electronic seats. It's insane to think about. This run's really popping off. It's been a while, because I think we lost the last 2 runs in pretty devastating ways where we got pretty late in the game and it ended up. I think we might have been on the very last floor, like the last floor of enemies in the last run. I could be wrong there. And then the run before that, I remember we lost to the boss just because they really chunked down your health throughout that one. Yeah, I had a feeling that would happen. I'm gonna leave this up just so it has a chance of tanking the error. Okay, didn't get the error anyways. So even. Okay. This is a great run. This is going very well. Yeah, here I'm just saving the 2 more rolls at this point because I want to use it on the boss. It seems like the best idea. Oh. Coward. No, it's not worth it. There you go. At that point, that was a principle. I needed to find a way to get around his ability that he blocked one of my favorite items in this game right now. Okay. He's not going to be able to do it again, and then he got hit with the curse. This run is super good. You gotta finish him off with the freaking nuclear bomb. Alright. No. Here, I think you finally go with Buster Sword. It's one of the better items that you can upgrade. It's reliable. I don't need anything here. We're running the perfect run. Have something for every instance. Sweat, get ready. It's me and you, buddy. How do we want to do this? Hit him with the Matt Mercer. Off the rip. 1. That's just an incredible start. And then you go for 5. It's tough, but we want that. 6. Throw that in there again. That was a solid run. 2 shock. How many items do you even have? 2. How's that feel? Bet you hate that. I'm gonna hate this. Okay. Weaken. Oh. Coward. we didn't even get good rolls in that. Five. I guess 6 roll per year. Hopefully get the 1. There you go. Flip it for the fun of it. Please, hey, no more weakening. Gosh, you work so high. No. Okay, the weaken is definitely going to be the toughest part here. Okay. She got unlucky there. Didn't get our greatest item. Okay, for that, you want a 3 here. Nice. 5 for 7 damage. Okay. Do your worst. With 2 shock. And we got the blindness. I have no idea. Does blindness do anything against the enemy? Their their CPUs. They're not gonna be like, they're not gonna do what I do where I take a 5 and I'm like, does this work? Does this work? Of course you go for the finisher. Alright. What a fantastic run. Feels good to win once in a while. It's something that that's unfamiliar to me at this point. It's been a hot minute. I suppose I'm just going to have to do this myself. Ridiculous. Hey, you were bullying me the other day, alright? He was... I can't even remember what he was now. It was a baby squid. But oh look, it seems like you didn't win your heart's desire this time. What a shock. Jerk. You choose, you lose. Got that achievement. Nice, finally a win. Alrighty. Thank you guys for watching the video. Like I said at the beginning, if I've earned your trust throughout this, go ahead and think about subscribing. If not, then I apologize and I'll do better next time. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.